Hello everybody, CW here. I'm sitting down. I don't sit down very often, but I gotta sit down to get this zeroed in here. So we've got this Rossi out here. This is the Rossi Poly Tuffy Survival 45-410. And if you've watched the previous videos, I've got a Monstrum Stingray on here, and it has a laser and a light, two separate buttons. It's a little bit longer than I thought it would be, but for this gun I think it's going to be perfect because 50 yards is like, it might as well be 200 or 300 yards. That's it for this gun. As a 410, realistically, patterning, I'm not expecting anything past 15 yards. And even then, 10 to 12 is probably more realistic. It's not for flight game, it's not for anything like that. 410, we're gonna check it out with everything. Not today, buckshot, slugs, everything, but not today. I do have some birdshot, 3-inch number 6s. I do have some 2 3/4 inch slugs. I've got 3 or 4 different kinds of 410, and I've got some PDX ammo here from Winchester, PDX 1, which has 4 or 5 discs, and then I don't know, 6 or 8 pieces of BB shot, all nickel plated. So don't know if we'll get to all that. Primary today is to just fire this a little bit. I'm probably gonna have just posted a video on the fire foreman loads in this, and you saw a couple of misfires. Don't worry about it. I talked about it in the video. It's not a problem with the gun. It's not really a problem with the ammo, but it's we're trying to make brass cases, okay? And they're just not perfect. And the rim thickness on a 444 is a little bit thin, and it's a little bit thin and a little bit small in diameter. So some guns won't eject it, and some guns have misfire problems because the brass is thinner. That's what we found with this. I think we fired off a dozen, 16, something like that, where I had that many, and I think there was 4 that wouldn't fire. Good deep dents, so maybe something else is going on with those primers. Unfortunately, they're duds, they're trash. There's no way to get that powder charge and everything out of it. We packed it in really good, so gotta throw them away. It's unfortunate, but they're duds. So that's the last video. So this one here, all I want to do is I want to get this laser zeroed at 25 yards. And it seems like it's working pretty good. The adjustments are just like aim points, just like red dots. And I always tell everybody when they do these, when they ask me about them, is think of a screw. Most people know how screws work. You screw them in clockwise, you screw them counterclockwise. So think of the dot being at the tip of that screw. So if you want to move it to the right, you use the side screw and you unscrew it. Unscrew it, moves it to the right, because the tip of the screw comes out and it moves it out to the right. You want it to go to the left, you screw it in. Up and down, same thing. You want it to go up, you unscrew it. Well, if you want the dot to go up, because it gets confusing. We're not talking about point of impact, we're just talking about the dot inside the scope. You want the dot to move down, you screw the adjustment screw in, the dot goes down. 25 yards, I got 4 targets out there, shoot and see 1.5 inch, 2-inch pasters. I was really good right off the bat. I've already shot it a bunch of times. I think I got 10 rounds through it. And I'm shooting 2 different kinds of factory. This is Blazer, 200 grain aluminum case, 200 grain hollow point. I'm not going to shoot too off of many of these because I would like to seem to shoot pretty good, so I want to keep some. And the other one is some ammo that I got from a guy here on the range. It's remanufactured, factory remanufactured. 45 Colt, it's a 250 grain plated bullet. I'll never use it for anything but this, so it's perfect to use up to just get the brass. And that's it. I took I put a scope on it. I brought a scope. I talked about it in the other video. And it's a nice little scope. But the problem with it is that guy just doubled. That's he's shooting an AR. That shouldn't do that. Lost my train of thought. So the scope, the rings are too low. It's got a hammer on it, and the rings are so low that the tip of the hammer just touches the scope, so it won't work. So I can't sight in with a scope. I can't really, you know, I wanted to use a scope to try and get the best groups to see just what kind of groups this could shoot. Can't do it, so that's unfortunate. But we're gonna have to do it all with the laser. I can get a pretty good hold with the sandbag here sitting down, which is why I got the chair. I got a pretty good hold. And it appears right now that we're shooting about 3 inches at 25 yards. So it's at least, you know, loose handgun accuracy. But remember, we got a big long chamber. We got a 3-inch long chamber. We got to jump a long way with that bullet. So we're gonna try and fix that, but not today. All right, so let me get you in speedy mode so you don't have to sit here and watch me just turn and adjust on these adjustment screws. And they're just like a scope. You got a screw on the top and a screw on the side. And they're just a tension screw. There's no clicks. So I got a little bitty bit here that's the right size. And it's just a stiff to turn screw. Hopefully it holds 0. And for what this is going to be, it's going to be fine. And being green laser, daylight, I can see it fine. You don't see it great on the grass and, you know, the berm out there at 60, 65 yards. But hopefully I can see it in the sand over there in the shade. I'm hoping, because I would like to see just how far to the side it goes, because we talked about this when I mounted it up. The laser is offset to one side, so it's coming in from the side. So it's got to cross the bore axis, the bore dimension, the bore direction, and you adjust it to be at the yardage you want to shoot at. So if you shoot closer with the laser on the right, you shoot closer than what it's signed in for, your laser's going to hit to the right, or your bullet's going to hit to the left of where your laser is. Conversely, past your sight-in range, so in this case past 25, the bullet is going to shoot to the left of the laser. No, to the right of the laser, because the laser's coming in at an angle, but the bullet's going straight down the barrel, the straight way you're looking, but the laser's coming in from the side. How much? Well, it's only off center maybe an inch, a little over an inch, so it depends on how far. Like I said, the farthest I would be shooting this is probably 50 yards, which is why it's good to know where this laser is out there at 65. It's a 50-yard berm, so it's just behind the 50-yard. So we'll do all that in speedy mode. Maybe I'll bring you back in. You can look over my shoulder. We'll see how long the video goes. But that's it. So stand by. All right, I just shot that lower left corner with these blazers. And I'm going to try it with these 250 grain. The blazers are 200 grain hollow points, so I'm not going to be surprised if these 250 grain plated shoot totally different. But that's what we're trying it for. So you're going to watch over my shoulder here, and I'm going to shoot probably 3. Hopefully you'll be able to see the laser. That's my hope. Hopefully I'm not in your way too much. I know I was a minute ago. And let's see what we get here. All right, there's the laser. I'm going to shoot the upper left-hand corner. I'm hoping you can see that. Here we go. All right, not too bad. Not too bad. If I could hit that paster, I'm hitting 2.5 or 3 inch circle. And it's right to the point of aim, so it's pretty good. Here we go. and we'll walk out, because I think we see it. I mean, there's a clip of the edge right there. You can see it on the right-hand side. That one might have gone right beside it. That would be awesome if it did. Can't tell. And here's the last one. All right, let's take a walk out. We're safe. Turn the laser off. And that was a remanufactured bullet, 250 grain plated. Put you on pause and walk out there. Walking out, and we'll see. We're only 25 yards. And now that I got it sighted in, I'm pretty happy. That's pretty darn good. Look at that. Wow, that shoots really good. Look at that. You watched me shoot it. Here's what I started. You know, I was shooting to the left. I was shooting low. I brought it up, brought it left. Finally got one in there. Then I come over here. I let it cool off, and it shot over here. I moved it to the left. It shot over here. And I moved it over. I think I did this one, and then I did these three without moving anything. And these are 200 grain. So that's a 3-inch circle, I think. So there's an 1.5 ish group. But look at there. There's 2 in one hole and one right to the side of it. That's tremendous. Okay, let's try. I've got a couple bullets of my hand load. What is it? I think it's a 225 grain hollow point. It's a light load. It's not. This gun is only safe for light loads, so only the old Colt level loads. But you can shoot a 250 grain bullet at about 1,000 feet per second in a 7.5 inch barrel, 950, 975 from a 7.5 inch barrel. So this is a 16-inch barrel. Now it's low pressure, so you don't gain a lot of velocity, but we should gain a little bit. And you can probably tailor the load to get a little better without raising up pressures too much. So that's what I'll do down the road. You know, I'll work up a good load, something that's accurate, that gets me some good velocity. Now, we're not using the chronographs. I have no idea what we're getting, but we'll do that going forward. We'll try it out. But wowzers, wowzers, I am impressed with that. That's really something. 50 yards, I'm 25 yards. That's something. I am impressed. All right, let's get back and try it again. All right, looks like I forgot the box. So all I've got is these two. So we'll shoot these 2 shells out there, and I'll set you up on the tripod and you can watch me shoot them. I'll shoot at the upper right-hand corner. We'll see what we get. Stand by. All right, we're going to shoot that upper left-hand corner with the laser with these two hand loads. If I can get them out of the stock. This stock holder works really good, by the way. Okay, we'll turn our laser on. Get the chair ready here. Hopefully I'm not in your way. Hopefully you can see that laser. And here we go. Aha! There's one. Hopefully I can get this out of the stock here. Yep, I got it out. There's our bullet. And here's the second one. Not sure, but turn everything off. We'll go for a walk, see where that went. Stand by. So not nearly as good as that one over there, but there's the first shot and there's the second shot. You see the difference different kind of loads make. So it really likes that load. And this laser is not too bad. All right, we'll try some shot another day. It's getting late, getting near dinner time. I got to get home. Got a winner here. That definitely shoots with loads it likes. All right. God bless everybody. CW out.